Today we're at Gukje Market in Busan, South Korea, and we're about to embark on a massive breakfast tour.
Busan is South Korea's second largest city, and there is a ton of local food to eat here. We've picked out heaps of food for this breakfast tour at Gukje Market, so let's get eating.
Korea has an amazing street food culture, and you have got to check out all the delicious Korean street food in this video.
I'm Thomas.
And I'm Sheena, and we're chasing a plate.
We hope you're hungry. Let's eat.
We've found Noodle Alley in Gukje Market, and you can see that all the stalls are lined up in this alleyway. You basically just choose the stall that you like the look of, grab a stool, sit yourself down and tuck in.
안녕하세요.
김밥도 줄까? 충무 김밥.
Bibim Dangmyeon. Bibim Dangmyeon. Okay, so the lady has just told us that this dish is called Bibim Dangmyeon. So the Dangmyeon are these noodles, and they look to be like a cellophane or glass noodles. And what she did was she just popped them into her strainer and then warmed them up in her big pot of broth. And then we've got on here some fish cake, some shredded cabbage, shredded and pickled radish, some green leaves here, and then a dollop of what looks to be a gochujang, which is a chili pepper paste or sauce with some sesame seeds and some spring onions. What I'm going to do is just mix it all up. It's super cold here in Busan today, so tucking into this hot bowl of noodles is going to be epic. Alright, let's give these a go. Wow, the noodles are really slippery, and they've just been coated in that beautiful gochujang sauce, which is a little bit spicy, a little bit sweet, very savoury. It's a really simple dish, but the flavours are really, really distinct, so you can really taste that sesame seed that's coming through from that sauce. I'm going to get a bit of this fish cake and also some more noodles. Oh wow! The fish cake is a little bit chewy. It has a really subtle fish flavour, but those noodles, they're divine. They're really, really slippery, have a little bit of chewy texture, and then you've got those really crisp vegetables. This is a winner of a start to our breakfast food tour.
While we were sitting here eating these noodles, the lady at the next stall dropped this plate in front of us. So it's banchan, which is like side dishes. So it looks like some gimbap, which are these seaweed rolls with just white rice inside. So just a plain gimbap. And then we've got this one here that looks like fish cakes with gochujang sauce all over them, which is red pepper sauce. And that has some sesame seeds. These might be some radish, some big chunks of radish. And then this looks like some sort of green, maybe a mustard green, and some chives all in that sauce as well. Let's just try some of this stuff. I'm gonna have one of these plain rice gimbap. So it's just rice inside a seaweed roll, a dried seaweed roll. Really plain, because it's just rice and seaweed. There's nothing hiding inside. That's good because the noodles are quite flavoursome with the sesame and that spice. That's a good little side. Let's try one of these fish cakes here. So there's a fish cake. That there looks like another style of fish cake. Let's get those two down. Cold but full of flavour. That gochujang sauce is just bursting with spice, so a hot chili spice, but nothing crazy. It's a little bit sweet, a little bit tangy, and just the perfect chili spice. These sides are going to go really well with these noodles, and these noodles are absolutely incredible. incredible. It's a great way to start this breakfast food tour.
So it turns out that this dish here is actually a local specialty called Chungmu Gimbap. So it is these gimbap, which are the seaweed rice rolls, served together with spicy radish, which is here. It is super crunchy and tangy, and boiled squid, which we eventually discovered in amongst this spicy fish cake. And it was so tender. It's so great to be sitting here on the street sampling some of the local traditional food of Busan.
많이 뜨겁습니다. Very hot. 호떡은 1,000원입니다. 드시고 맛있습니다.
Next up, we've got a sweet little treat. This is Hotteok, which you will find all over South Korea, and it's something we love. This outside casing is made up of a rice batter. This inside, this sticky brown substance you can see here is sugar and cinnamon, which they stuff inside. It's then cooked on a hot plate covered in oil, except this one was cooked in butter, which is going to give it a really amazing taste. There was a thick layer of bubbling butter on that hot plate, and the smell coming off that was incredible. Normally in South Korea, these have some seeds and whatnot inside them, but in Busan, check out how many seeds they have in this one. So here in Busan, it's called Ssiat Hotteok, and that is because of all of these seeds going on. So we've got some pumpkin seeds, there's crushed up peanuts, there's even some raisins in there. There is so much going on inside this. I'm just going to have a bite, give this a go. Oh, and those seeds are toasted as well, so they're going to be a little bit crunchy. Oh, wow. Wow. The butter flavor is so strong. When you have these cooked in oil, the texture is quite different. This one's really soft. In oil, often this outer, this rice batter skin, which you can see has gone all golden. Normally it's kind of bubbly and much more crispy. This one is very soft. Let's have another big bite. That sugar and cinnamon mixture is perfect. The cinnamon is like punchy. The sugar's not too overpowering. It's not actually too sweet. And all the nuts are full of crunch, and those seeds, take it like the pumpkin seed is just incredible. This is such a good snack, and I love that this one is cooked in butter. That's a really good twist on something you'll find all over Korea.
Next up on our breakfast tour is a Korean street food favorite, and that is tteokbokki. So these chewy rice cakes that are cooked and coated in this amazing, brilliant gochujang sauce. We've also got some fish cake here. So I'm gonna give a piece of this tteokbokki a try. Wow, they say in Busan that the tteokbokki is especially chewy, and this one sure is. It's got a great texture, it's just sticky, chewy, and that gochujang sauce is a little bit spicy, but it's mainly sweet. That is really tasty. Let's try some of this fish cake next. So it's been fried. Fish cake is really popular in Busan because it being a port city. Let's give this a go. It's really soft. It's just got a really subtle fish flavor. And that gochujang sauce, it is such a favorite for good reason. It is so addictive, this stuff. Great street food snack.
I'm having another favorite street food snack here in Korea. This green onion pancake. So you can see it's a very thin batter which has been cooked into a big pancake and then broken up to be put on our plate. So lots of greens in here. So the green onions obviously, which are these bits here, like spring onion. We've got some carrot. I can see little bits of lettuce. They're very small the way they're cut up, but little bits of lettuce hiding in there. So it is filled, absolutely filled with greens. It's unbelievable. It's pretty much batter being used as a glue to hold together all those greens. And there's a little bit of a sauce here, so I'm going to grab some of this sauce to go with it. It looks like a sesame, maybe vinegar, sweet soy. We've got some big chilies and some big bits of raw onion and raw spring onion in there. So let's grab a bit of that. We'll get some chilies, some onion, and a little drizzle of that sauce to go on there. Righto, let's give this a go. We'll grab a big piece filled with greens, give it a dunk in that sauce. Oh, it's so oniony, but those spring onions have just such a fresh burst. They're not all tangy like a white or brown onion. They're just so fresh tasting. Look at these pieces, it's just amazing how green they are. I'm gonna try this big one here with this big bit of chili on top, and I'll try and get it into that sauce. Whoa. The chili's just really sweet, not spicy. The sauce is like a sweet soy and then has a bit of a tang as well, so there must be some vinegar in there. This is so good, so warming, and I love this setup. You're standing on in these little laneways, and everyone does the same thing in each spot. So like the first place we went with the noodles, that was all those noodles. This spot, it's all this and what Sheena had. So the same foods in each little spot, and you stand, you quickly eat, and then you move on through the market. This is great fun.
Our next stop is Sweet Red Bean Porridge Alley. So this alley is lined up with stalls selling one thing, sweet red bean porridge. Let's go and grab a bowl. We've got this steaming hot bowl of pancake in front of us. So it is a sweet red bean porridge, and the lady has chopped up some pieces of rice cake, or mochi, glutinous rice cake, which is covered with a toasted rice powder. Now look at how thick this porridge is. So it's made up of red beans, and red bean porridge is really common in a lot of Asian cultures. I remember my mum making a big pot of red bean porridge and then freezing them into ice blocks during the summertime. Let's try it and see what this tastes like. Perfect for the cold weather. Oh, the red beans are really earthy, and it's quite a thick, almost gluggy porridge. It has a little hint of salt as well. They say that the red colour of the porridge actually drives away evil spirits. So I'm happy to be eating this bowl if that's the case. Let's give it another go. Oh, really hot. Oh, but it's really satisfying. It's quite rich, it's thick, and it really is the perfect thing to warm us up on this cold Busan morning. The mochi, which has been sitting in that hot porridge, has actually started to melt a little, so it's looking quite sticky. Let's give it a go. It has. It's gone all sticky and it's sort of melting in my mouth. It is really tasty. This is just a really simple, homely, satisfying bowl of sweet red bean porridge.
What better way to end a massive breakfast street food tour than with a giant ice cream. We love these things. You'll find them all over Korea. This is a frozen... It's too cold for ice cream. This is a frozen yogurt one. It's amazing. A little bit sour, It just goes really well on top of all that sort of fried, heavy food. That is a great way to end.
What a way to finish. That was a brilliant breakfast tour around Gukje Market. It is a great way to experience local Korean street food. So make sure you pop by when you're in Busan.
Really good. Don't forget to pop down below, hit that thumbs up button, hit subscribe. Sheena's green tea. It's really good.
Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Annyeong!
Annyeong!